Thanks for watching Roland Digs It. I'm Roland, and this is the Casio GD010. And this watch is important for two reasons. And those two reasons are, number one, this is the watch, along with one other watch, that I'm going to be giving away at the end of this month, November the 30th. You got to watch the rest of this video so you can find out how to be entered to win. And number two, remember one, two. So number two reason why this watch is important is because September of 2024, Casio decided to get back to its roots and go back to designing G-Shocks that were old school, like the DW9000 or the DW5600, and watches that basically have a digital screen and tough G-Shock capabilities. So they wanted to bring back those tough things. They were looking to do what they called, this is their words here, monolithic industrial. Think about that. Monolithic industrial. That's like saying built like a tactical cinder block. I mean, it's a way of saying badass toughness. And that's what this is, because it still holds the G-Shock tenets of 200 meters of water resistance, able to be dropped from a 10-meter drop. In fact, this one is probably capable of an even bigger drop, because even though this is incorporating the old school methodology of G-Shocks, which is keep it beefy, keep it tough, and keep it simple, this is incorporating a couple of the things that Casio did as far as technological advances. Number one being the carbon core guard. So the interior of the watch, the inside, the guts, where the quartz movement is still protected by a carbon core resin surrounding, which makes it more shock resistant. But what a lot of people may not know about the carbon core technology is that it prevents corrosion. That material specifically helps Casio G-Shocks resist corrosion. And when does that happen? It happens if you are in a mountain climate or in a sea level climate, and you sometimes go back and forth and back and forth. For you outdoorsy people, if you are hitting different elevations and your humidity goes from 40% humidity to 90% humidity and back and forth and back and forth, some watches, their interior guts of the quartz watches sometimes build up corrosion. And this carbon core technology will help prevent that. Also, another thing that they have incorporated, which Casio used to do quite often and they kind of strayed away from, is the 10-year battery. If you look here on this old school Casio right here, you'll see it's got 10-year battery. Well, this new GD010 is incorporating that again. It's got a 10-year battery built into it. I think it's either using the CR2016 or the 2032 battery, but 10-year battery life. So the watch being about $115 retail from Casio, assuming you pay that dollar amount, and this watch lasts you 10 years before you have to replace the battery. That means that you've got this watch for 10 years and it cost you $1 to $5 a year to own it, because that's what the cost of the watch was. Now, if you get this at Amazon or with my link down below here, or you get it at Walmart for like $65, $75, it's going to cost you even less, like $7.50 every year to have this amazing watch. That means that for the price of like a burger and fries, depending on how cheap you're able to get your burger and fries, you can own this watch and pay for this watch every year with that one meal purchase. That's insane. This is such a great watch for that price. You can't beat it. And it still has all the functionality and all of the basic characteristics of a G-Shock, like these chunky lugs all the way around. I mean, it's everything that you need when it comes to a G-Shock, and nothing extra. Again, no Bluetooth connectivity, no solar technology charging for the battery. It's a basic watch, 200 meters of water resistance. It's still be able to withstand a beating with that carbon core technology. It has your world time, it has your basic time, stopwatch, countdown timer, and then it has the auto light feature, which I love on a G-Shock, which means when I tilt my wrist upwards, the watch lights up. I like that feature. So it stays nice and dark and stealthy because it's got the negative display. And then when you tilt it upwards, the watch, it will light up that background LED screen or LCD screen. But still, even with a negative display, you can still see it pretty dang well. I'm going to put a shot here of me with the sun kind of hitting it. But anyways, going to turn the camera around here so you guys can take a look at some of the features that it has. Okay, so we're going to scroll through the modes here, but your basic timekeeping mode right here You got day, date, and month at the top. Pretty simple. And then you have the time in the middle, seconds, and over to the left-hand side here, it has little check boxes for things like your mute. So when you scroll through the menu, if the mute is checked, that means it's not going to be making the beep beep sound. Alarms, signals, these check boxes let you know what you have on or off. And then over here you see LT and DST. That stands for the little auto light feature that I have turned on, and then the daylight savings. I'm going to scroll through. First thing you got is you got your world time. Right now it's set for Rome, but you can scroll through the different cities. If you can see at the top there, it's going through all the different cities. Go back to one that I actually recognize because I'm an American and I know jack crap about geography because no American knows their geography. I know I saw Hong Kong and Taipei, Tokyo, Guam, Sydney, Australia. Let's see if we can get back to LAX. There we go, Los Angeles. I know that one. Next menu, we have your alarm. It has 5 different alarms on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next menu, going to your countdown timer. This is a great feature for those of you folks that like to train. If you're going to train for 1 hour and you're counting that timer down, there you go. Then we go to your stopwatch, which is obviously pretty basic understanding. To start it, stop it, reset it. And then right back to your main time. There you go. It's that simple. And then, of course, you have this button right here to turn on the light. But ultimately, what I really like you guys to focus on is just the design technology they used here. They kept the beefy style of the watch. These recessed buttons are so freaking awesome, especially with the fact that they're grooved. If you look at mine here, my DW9000, it's just got a couple of like little nubs here, which still kind of makes it easy to push the buttons. But this one with the grooves, it's really, really easy to find those buttons and to feel it when you're pushing them in the dark or you're pushing them when the sun's starting to set a little bit. And you can hear them. Listen to how aggressively they're grooved. It's almost like the grips on a pistol. Listen to this. That's awesome. And then you have the raised bumpers all the way around the bezel to protect the watch. The inner bezel does have little markings in white to show you what the different functions are, what you can actuate on the watch. It's just an overall simple design, but it just looks beefy and tough. And the way that they laid out these bumpers, especially these big, thick lug bumpers here on these corners, up here in the 4 corners, the way they laid them out, it kind of makes the watch look more elongated than it is round. I like that kind of feature. And now it is slightly bigger at 51.9 millimeters in width. So it is slightly bigger than my other DW9000, but it still wears well. I do have a 7.5, right around 7.75 inch wrist. So my wrist is slightly bigger than a lot of people's, but it still wears very comfortably. And this little plastic strap here is not too bad. I mean, I thought it was going to be a little bit harder and stiffer, but it's pretty soft. You do have a pop of silver right there for the buckle, and it's marked Casio. I'm sorry, it's marked G-Shock. And then you have little teeny weeny pops of silver where the screws are holding everything together. A stainless steel case back, but overall, it's just a simple, easy to understand watch design. And then I do like how the button, they didn't put the G. It's stealthiness. Casio they really did try to gear this watch, market it towards first responders, police officers, active duty military, or even retired military, outdoorsy people. It was made to not have a lot of flash, not a lot of pomp and circumstance, just to be a good all-around, tough, easy to use, simple to understand watch. And that's what I like about it. And it's extremely lightweight at 64 grams. I mean, that's insane. So all in all, there you go. It doesn't get much more simple than that when it comes to a wristwatch. Super duper easy, super simple, comfortable, easy to wear. And I think that even you folks with like a 6.5 inch wrist, you'll be fine wearing it. It's a beefy, cool watch. And I guess the fact that it's all blacked out and understated would make it even easier to wear for you folks that do have smaller wrists. So anyways, in order to be entered in the drawing, just comment down below. Tell me, I'd like to know, because you know how I like G-Shocks. I like G-Shocks, I like Grand Seiko. I love that's like my 2 favorite brands. Tell me what your favorite watch is. Tell me in the comments right down below, what's your favorite watch? What is your favorite watch? And if you have a favorite watch, or if, let's say you don't have a favorite watch, Is there a particular watch that you would like me to review? I'm curious, but I would like to know. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to give this watch away November the 30th. I'm going to pick one of you guys from the comments down below. It's that simple. And then I'm also going to pick a second winner. Remember, we're doing twos, 1-2s. Second winner is going to be getting this old school camo, night urban camo DW5600 G-Shock. This one, also a really cool watch. I love the way the lume lights up. It's just a cool little watch. I like that urban camo. Anyways, giving away 2 watches. This is going to be one of them, the GD010, which is sick as all heck. And then the second giveaway watch, because remember, I didn't do one last month, so we're going to do 2 giveaways, November the 30th. This is the second one, which is the DW5600, and this is the night camo one. So it's going to be really cool. Can't wait. Comment down below. Tell me what your favorite watch is, or a watch that you would love to see me review, or a watch that you've always wanted to get, your holy grail watch. The watch that you could, if you had the money, this would be what you would buy. Let me know what that is. Comment down below. Also down below in the description area, you'll see the links to be able to get this watch and this watch if you want to, or even get my old school DW9000. And you know what? I'm also going to put a link there for this little guy. If you don't have $75, $65, if you've got 20 something bucks, 25 bucks or so, you can get this little guy. This is another negative display Casio watch. It's not a G-Shock, but this is like the A1200. I think this is. I can't remember what this one was called, but I believe this is the AE 1500. I don't know my watches as well as I thought. AE 1500. You can get these for less than 30 bucks. I'll put this one down there below in the comments also. But thanks for watching. Or I'm sorry, I'll put it down there in the description. Thanks for watching. Sorry, this review's all squirrely. I'm putting this together all in one shot. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. And have a great week. Bye.